My name is Dimosthenis Gkriziotis. I am Greek. I'm Greek origin. I'm one of the very few Greek seers, because they are existing in Greece, seers from maybe second generation immigrants that have the Greek nationality and they are seers, but seer by Greek origin reverts, they are very few, and I did a lot of research in Athens to find someone, but I didn't find any. And if anyone can see us here in UK, that is a Greek revert, Greek origin revert, I would like to meet him, to share with him any that we have in common, and maybe to make something together here in UK. I want to thank especially the Al Mahdi Institute and Sheikh Arif Abdul Hussein for the opportunity who gave me the scholarship about the full study in the Al Mahdi Institute. Al Mahdi Institute is maybe the biggest hausa in the Western world. Is in Birmingham. It has a great campus, a library that has 20,000 books. Maybe it's the biggest Islamic library in UK. The scholars that are doing are professors in the hausa. They are very famous in their fields from universities. They combine from houses from Najaf, from Qum. They have PhDs from Oxford, from UK. That is the main philosophy of the institute. Combines the traditional seminaries of the Shia Islamic world, especially from Najaf and from Qum, two different schools, but they combined, and with Western academic institution. They have a lot of lessons like philosophy, mantiq, hadith, Arabic language, and a lot of people can have the opportunity to learn Farsi, like me, for example. I want to thank also my one very beloved person to me, my tutor in Farsi, Mrs. Salma, that it was very patient with me. And she continued until this day to learn Farsi with her. The first years of my life were, I can say, very difficult because of an unpleasant divorce. And it was a course in our life, me, my mother, and my brother. So from an early age, I had to think twice things for me, because my mother had her job, so she can provide our living, and me and my brother do things that children in our age couldn't do. For example, if we can cook some things from our 15, or wash our clothes, or anything, or work from 18. I'm working from 98, for example. Or if you want something, you must do it yourself. I think the terminology in English is go-getter. If you want something, you are going and get it. For example, I'm not expecting anything from no one. If I want something, I'm going myself and knocking the door, or grab it. It depends. That's why I'm the only Greek that is in Al Mahdi Hausa and studies Hausa studies. I have a bachelor's science degree in chemistry. I was as I remember myself, very curious in science from a very small age. After the national exams chemistry school came, but what it has to do with bio, it was always my field of interest. So after I went through a lot of difficulties to finish the chemistry school, because I was in parallel jobs, so I was in the university. Some years I wasn't, so I came back, finished, and then had the master science in medicinal chemistry. This is my main field of job, my profession. I love it. That in the future, inshallah, I want to be. I'm binded with this, and that's why in one of the people that I admire very much from the SIA world is a person that combined both things, and I had the great pleasure to speak to him. It was Osama Alatar. He has a PhD in chemistry. He did a postdoc, and he's been also a great sheikh and a scholar, and I love his duas. I spoke to Osama Alatar on the phone it was a long story. It goes from one moment to another. I heard his duas. I liked very much his voice when I heard the duas, especially Jawsan Kabir. That is my favorite dua. And then I saw his, by chance, his name. So I started Google his name, and when I saw he has a chemistry degree, a PhD in chemistry, I started searching for him. So I found by chance his email. I emailed him before I came from Greece. I told him that I'm in the chemistry field, but I like very much also house studies. So I asked which was his secret that he could combine both. He was very humble, and he answered me. After that, we had small exchange emails. So one day came the idea to send him my phone mobile number, and it didn't get to 2 hours, and he answered me back in my phone. So it was I laughed because I heard his duas this time in YouTube, and I also his voice in the email, in the mobile, and I told to him that okay, now I'm hearing double voice of you, and he laughed, and he said, I think it must be not very good. No, it's great, I told him. 97 to 95 to 97 of Greek people are Greek Orthodox. Greek Orthodox is the main religion that was under the Byzantine Empire, when the Roman Empire divided into two, the Roman area and the Byzantine area, mostly Greek areas, and that's why also the New Testament of Christ was in Greek language, and in the 2/3 of the cities that are mentioned in the New Testament are Greek cities. I was baptized Orthodox Christian. Until 17, yes, I was Orthodox Christian, because Greeks are have specific values, and in national holidays or religious ceremonies, it's a very good opportunity that families get together, and religious practicing also. So I was practicing until 17, but I was from an early age, I had great interest in philosophy and mysticism. I started with Greek philosophy, most Platonic and Pythagorean. Then I became more Neoplatonic philosophy, Proclus and Porphyrius. It's more after 500, after the destruction of the Platonic school in Athens, when they closed the school and they terminated the Olympic Games. And I was very interested then in Ottoman Sufism. It was step by step my studies, self-studies mostly. I was very interested in Emre Yunus, a very great poet and Ottoman Sufi. One man that was great effect on me was an Albanian scholar, the Naim Frasheri. He was a great, a multilingual person, a very bright man, and a part of the Bektasi community, also a very great part of the Sufi, Ottoman Sufism. Through them, I went to mostly Islamic mysticism, step by step, Ibn Arabi, the classics, Ibn Arabi, but then I turned very good points in Iranian mysticism. From Najmeddin Kubra, from Attar Nishapur, from Rumi. Then I went to Sohrevardi, and finally I became Shia through Mullah Sadra, and then I came to the great minds Qazi and Hussein Tabatabai. In Shia we call it Irfan. So it was a very gradually climax, step by step, through philosophy and mysticism, as far as I know, because I never have studied extensively the subject. There are some dogmatic in the doctrine of the Holy Trinity. The Holy Spirit, something is can give by the Father, also by the Son. Something it's called filioque, I think, in the Latin terminology. There are great differences between the two. For example, you can see also in the appearance of the priests. The Greek Orthodox priests are also Orthodox states are Greece, Bulgaria, I think Romania, Serbia, and Russia. Ukraine, maybe, I think, maybe. You can see also the appearance. They wear black clothes, and they are unsaved. The Catholic priests, they don't wear black, they are saved. It's totally different in a lot of ways. I just you can see also from the appearance. I think Catholics are more into today world, not so dogmatic. You can they have I think some organs inside the church is also some choir can be combined with the musical organ. In Orthodox Church, there isn't any organs. It's only the reciter that chanting the Orthodox hymns. When you are searching something is when you love knowledge and education. It's simple. When in which station you will arrive, you don't know it. I didn't expect that I will be a Shia Muslim. Maybe I'm mistaken. One from the very few things I know about Shia Islam is that the great difference between Sunni Islam and Shia Islam is that has great philosophy in practice. So what I have read, I could be in practice right now, be one with what I have read and have a different relationship with God in the second part of my life now. I became Muslim the summer of 2011. The Greece, because of the austerity and because of a lot of problems that have big national problems, is the great poverty, great unemployment. For example, you can see between 25 and 35, the most productive ages, the percentage of unemployment is about 65%. So we had the greatest brain drain in our newest history, the last 15 years. People with postgraduate degrees, masters and PhDs left the country was about 60,000 at least, the last 15 years. The Shia communities in Greece in the majority are from immigrants. Is a small Iranian community, a big Shia Pakistani community, and I think there is a small Shia Afghan community also. They had the bad thing is that they don't have this cooperation between them that I saw here in UK. For example, in every Shia community you can find national attributes between the communities, but at least they can cooperate between them. In Greece, you don't see this. You see the Sunnis have their own NGO, but represented in the government, and to have the dialogue between the government and in part of the Sunni Muslim community, but you don't see this thing in Greece. I didn't. The minority of Shia Islam, I didn't see the percentages from the start. When I realized that I'm taking this way, I was Shia before I understand it. When I realized that the same things I believe, I was reading it in Mullah Sadah's and Tabatabai's works, I was already Shia. So I couldn't choose something else because it would be like it wasn't me. The first time I knew Imam Ali as a great Sufi and a superhuman mind from the fragments I have read. I didn't know about Najul Balaga, nothing. I read like I have did a small research from all the great Sufis of Islam. One of them I saw it was Imam Ali. I only knew that. But when I became more into the Shia things and started searching who is Imam Ali and what he has written, the fragments of Najul Balaga, it was, I think, it was one of the most astonishing things that I have ever read. Especially the most, it has very complex language, and it was also one of the greatest modules we have in the Hausa from Shaykh Arif that recites Najul Balaga from the Arabic text, and after that he explains the meaning of the text of the Najul Balaga. So it was especially this class of Shaykh Arif is one of the most unforgettable things we are doing in the Hausa. The Dua Jausan Kabir was one of the most curious I have read, because when I read the story behind also that it was from Jibril, and how it was about the great thorax in battles and all the internal meaning between the dua, I was very astonished and loved it from the first time. Reciting duas is very common to the Greek reality. So the duas was one of the main elements that drew me to Shia Islam, the recitation of duas, because it is a part of my life. It is a part of my everyday life now. With my brother and my mother, we have passed so many things together and so many difficulties that at least when you have to do with blood, it's only love. You cannot do anything else. Blood is blood. I contacted a lot of times people in Iran, so I can go to study, I don't know, from some years, but I wanted to be in greater touch with especially seminary studies and the core of the heart of Shia Islam. But due to the very difficult years that have West and in Iran, especially from Greece to go to Iran, it's very difficult. There isn't any direct plane. You can go only from Istanbul and then go to Tehran. I started to search. I know that I knew a lot of time ago that there were some institutes in the West, but I didn't know specifically about Birmingham. So, well, after a lot of research in the internet, someone told me that there is an institute in. He didn't told me. I didn't know that it was such a big institute, or the biggest institute in Europe, in houses, seminaries, or it has such a big library with 2,000 books in Islamic bibliography. But he told me you can go there and do whatever you can, because it's a totally different field from mine, and also it's in a different language, in English language. So go and try and see how it gets. So as I told you, if I want something, I'm going. I'm determined to go to the other side of the world. As also the Quran says, you can go to China. I didn't go to China to find education. I went to England, to Birmingham, and I took the next plane and I came. From now I'm 5 months. I'm going to the second semester there. I'm living inside the institute. There are great accommodations. Inshallah, from the next year it could be. It is being renovated, and it can host at least 40 students inside the campus. It's situated in an old I think Anglican church college that it became Muslim college. It's an old, magnificent old building with a grand garden in the back. You can, it's the net page is www.almahdi.edu. Everyone can see the pictures of the magnificent institute, and especially the old Anglican building. It's very important. One of the most important aspects is that they didn't touch the small church inside. They left it like a small interfaith monument, and they call it the Masjid Malsalah. It's a very beautiful masjid, and they keep it like it was before in the Anglican college, and is welcome anyone that can pray in the one God inside. He can come and pray. It was one of the greatest interfaith messages of the institute. Knowing only very few classes, because it's my second semester that starts from the next week. The institute combines the seminaries of classical Islamic seminaries like Najaf or Qum or Karbala, Mantiq, Arabic language, Hadith, Fiqh, Islamic philosophy, Irfan. Combines also with Western education from academic institutes, Islamic philosophy, history of Islamic law, Western philosophy. For example, for me, one of the best classes that we had in the first year was Western philosophy from Shaykh Arif, and also from Shaykh Arif, his hadith recitings of Imam Ali from Najul Balagha. I think when it's like, I cannot describe the feeling when you have someone to be inside the seminaries. Everyone from the big scholars we have, it's about at least 10-15 years. They had the biggest professor. They were in Najaf, in Qom. They are passed through all the seminaries. They became Hujjatul Islam, and then they did a PhD maybe in the West. They have all the experience and studied under great Ayatollah scholars, so they can transfer us all the magic from the texts, not to be just draw solid texts, to be something alive, and to become alive also inside us, in our minds and our hearts. It's one of my future goals is to go. I don't know for how much, but I want to continue the studies. I want to continue the studies, especially in Qom. Especially in Qom. I want to go because with I'm more close to the Iranian school of thought, and I like Farsi language very much. That's why I'm the from the first year. I'm the only student that has the Farsi class. It's a thing of choice. It's not in our module. If you want it, you can follow it in the afternoon. For example, it's not in the same core with the other. But because I like the language, I wanted to learn the Farsi language. I like Haves Shirazi, for example. All the Diwan are great. This a lot of people find this curious because they told me how you are interested in Jewish mysticism and you like classical Hebrew, and then at the end you are you learning Farsi, and you are because of the Persian mysticism you are coming into Shia Islam. And told them that wisdom is wisdom in everywhere. I don't care about politics of today. Since I became a Muslim, I had to be more, especially in Greece, to be more aware from the people, because you cannot say openly these things. And also, it's a bit misunderstanding, because from the one point you have from Greeks or friends of I lost a lot of friends and relatives from my conversion, but I didn't care, because as I told you, if I want something, I'm doing it. After a lot of thought, I done it, and I don't care if someone follows me. If someone follows me and he likes me how I am, it's okay. But I don't care if someone doesn't like it. And also, when you're coming into the Muslim community, you have some misunderstandings from the Muslim communities, because a revert is something different. In every ethnical community, you have specific Shia Islam with the specific Islamic culture. Every community has his own culture. The Greeks have their own culture. That's why I think the reverts must play a very positive role in Shia Islam, being the messengers between the Shia communities and between Christians and Islam. Like me, for example, I was Orthodox Christian, now I'm a Shia Muslim. Because we are not care about, at least the majority of the reverts I know, don't care about the politics, and they don't bind ethnically in any Shia minority. So, because you are your own minority, you are a revert. So, I think they can play a very important role inside the Muslim community. The biggest elements that it always wins is the ethnical part. They don't have they don't see the word Shia most, for example, or Pakistani or Iranian or Khoja or anything else. It's Khoja Shia, Pakistani Shia, not Shia Pakistani, Shia Khoja or Shia Afghan or anything else. It's first the ethnical part, or Iraqi Shia, Shia Iraqi, and then Shia. It's very good to be Shia, and then because we don't have, when we have, for example, the biggest mournings like Ashura or anything else, you see people that they came and they mourned together. You don't see Shia crying different, the Pakistani different mourning the Iraqi or anything else. You can see the union only in the great ceremonies. In the everyday life, you don't see this. Life in Birmingham, from the point of view of religious freedom, is like a paradise to me, and especially in UK, because here in UK there are the one I think the biggest communities in Shias in Europe, they are in London, I think, and in Birmingham also. So it's like a paradise of religious freedom and religious practicing. From this point of view, yes, but also from jobs and this kind of stuff is also very difficult. The two personalities that play a great part in my life today, after I became a Shia Muslim, the first personality is of Imam Hussein, and the great sacrifice that has done to become free and different, and to be away from any tyrannic element. It's a living example for today, and in the most, this is you can say it as an example of a fighter in everyday life, from the ethical point or from fight against injustice, and it's a vivid example for everyday life. Imam Ali is a different example of a superhuman intelligence, I can say. It's like a beacon into the darkness of today spirituality. You can see in his works, especially Najul Balaga, these words are internally. My target is to become more, to know more about Shia Islam through my studies. That's why one of my goals is when inshallah I finish from here, I want to go Najaf or Qum, I don't know. You never know what life will bring. And also to combine, like I say before, I admire very much Osama al-Attar, to combine also this what I have studied, because I like it, it's my profession, and the one is science, the other is spirituality. You can combine both.